Our team is titled Team Crush, and the Team Crush detectives that worked on this murder mystery are Laura Esquivel, Lou Human, Jenna Smith, and Michael Voth. We are going to present the murder mystery of Simon Piano. Simon Piano is the victim of the murder mystery. There are several people that could have committed this murder. Some of these people are directly connected to the murder victim, and some of them are not. Our intention is to introduce these people to you and describe how they are interconnected. We will start with Simon's wife. Her name is Golda Digger. She is an actress, and she has opted not to change her name so that people will associate her work to her without confusion. Some indications that she is involved in her husband's murder are: she was present at the home when the murder was committed, her prescription for Wellbutrin medication was discovered at the scene, and there are 25 pills missing out of this prescription when there should have been only 5 pills used. Additionally, Golda was named the sole beneficiary of Simon's will. And finally, although she claims that she loves Simon, she's having a secret affair with Simon's business partner, Lion Bios. Lion Bios is one of the 3 associates in the partnership. He is the business partner who manages the finances and promotes the events. Some indications that Lion is involved in the murder are that he had keys and the alarm code to Simon's house. He was also the last person to see Simon alive, and so therefore it is a possibility that he did not leave Simon's house at all that night. Additionally, as mentioned before, he is Golda Digger's lover, and therefore had knowledge of Golda being named the sole beneficiary of Simon's will. He was also the person responsible for hiring Irma Bimbo, who is Simon's health caregiver. Half Note is the co-musician partner and childhood friend of Simon. His nickname is Bites. Indications that Half Note is involved in the murder are that, number 1, he is possibly the person responsible for cutting the brake line which caused Simon's car accident. Another indication is that Half Note mentioned in its interview that he suffers from bipolar disorder, and he also displayed nervous behaviors during his investigative interview. Additionally, Half claimed that he visited Simon the day before the murder, and that during that visit his prescription of Esquivel may have fallen out of his pocket. This prescription was found at the scene of the murder. Finally, Half Note was conveniently out of town on a business trip during the murder. Irma Bimbo is Simon's in-home health caregiver that was hired by Lion Bios, and she was hired to take care of Simon. She is actually in love with Half Note and endures teasing from both Lion and Golda, since they are the ones who are aware of her feelings towards Half Note. She is a longtime friend with the medical equipment technician who services the medical equipment that Simon depends on. Some indications that Irma was involved in the murder are that she was present at the house the night of the murder. She also saw Simon alive at 10:45 the night of the murder and found him dead just a few hours later, early the next morning. Additionally, she is the individual who turned off Simon's medical equipment. Also, her cell phone was discovered in Simon's room. And overall, there are inconsistencies in her explanations. The last person we would like to introduce you to is the medical equipment technician. His name is Techno G. Eek. As mentioned previously, he is a longtime friend with Irma Bimbo. His nickname is Honey Bear, and he participated in an ongoing texting game with Irma for years. He recently won the first texting game with her in 4 years. A couple of indications of why and how he could be involved in the murder are that, number one, he's the person who serviced the medical equipment that Simon depended on for 2 weeks prior, or during 2 weeks prior of the murder. And he was conveniently out of town during the time of the murder. Now that we have provided you with summaries describing these people and how they are all interconnected, we will present the conclusion that we have come to as to who done it.